So, first of all, welcome to the 2020 Fall Varsity Awards night. I would like to begin tonight by offering my best to all of you and your families in these, the best for you and your families in these very challenging times. I can remember submitting our athletic calendar events in May and thinking we will definitely be in our beautiful auditorium to honor our 2020 Fall Varsity letter winners. I guess I'm always an optimist, but we are truly in unprecedented times, and I know that we will get through it together. In addition, it's exciting to take an evening to celebrate the amazing accomplishments of our 2020 Fall Varsity student athletes. I'd like to begin by thanking our Board of Education and our Superintendent, Dr. Varley, for all of their support. We know how special their willingness to uphold the importance of athletics and support the 2020 season truly was, so thank you. I'd also like to thank our parents and families for their outstanding support of all of our fall teams. Typically, a parent of a student athlete has the burden of transportation, planning, numerous other critical tasks, but our 2020 Fall Athletic Highlander parents had to embrace so many other things. The daily questionnaire challenge, the distribution of wristbands, learning our opponents' facility protocols, and of course, cheering the Highlanders from 6 feet apart. But I want to thank all of you for support and overwhelming spirit to undertake these challenges. Finally, thank you for your trust of our protocols and our caring coaching staff. You are a big part of the fall success. Now to a very special group of wonderful educators, our fall coaching staff. We started working on the fall season in late June. From Zoom calls, numerous emails, and just plain old hard work, you are the foundation of our 2020 fall season. I knew early on conducting an athletic season during a global pandemic would be tough. Learning about disinfectants, face coverings, types of thermometers, pods, cohorts, 6 feet markings, sanitizers, oh my, it was just a lot. I knew, but I also knew that we had a very willing coaching staff to embrace these challenges. It's been an exceptional honor to accomplish these wonderful memories of the 2020 fall season with all of you. Thank you for protecting our student athletes and providing a safe haven to have the Highlanders compete this past fall. The success of the fall season was defined by many different categories. First, just practicing was awesome. And then second, competing was unbelievable. And then it was followed by a lot of winning, and that was absolutely the best. Our fall varsity winners will be remembered as true competitors and champions of a team-first attitude. I've had the honor of watching all of our teams compete and represent Highlander Nation with outstanding pride and excellence. I know that our seniors have left a legacy of hard work, and our returning student athletes have the promise of a strong 2021 fall season. Now on to the program. Things are a little bit different, and our coaches will present virtually your Fall Varsity Award winner, or Fall Varsity Award letter winners. All of our coaches already have their varsity letters, and if they have not already presented them to you, they will arrange and distribute a safe outside event to hand your awards out to you. I'd like to start this evening with our outstanding Jets Coach of the Week, Coach Dan Guyton, and our football team.
Good evening. I'd like to start first with some thank yous. I'd like to thank our superintendent, Dr. Varley, our Board of Education, our administration, Principal Rob Nixon, Athletic Director Ann Clifton, Athletic Secretary Ashley Reedy, our groundskeeper, Antonio, Todd, our athletic trainer, Jean, our school nurse, the cheerleaders and coaches, the band, the Highlander Booster Club, the GLTV crew, and all the amazing support of the parents, especially those who volunteered, my team moms, Mrs. Quigley and Mrs. Sheehan, Mr. Quigley, our pro filmmaker, all the dads who did the chain crew, our statisticians and managers. We had to change things up this year. Senior Kiera Blake came on the road and did stats for every game for us. Jaden Riggy helped out when we were home, and longtime manager John Zeck, actually, he sent a detailed weather report on game day each morning. So everybody did what they could, and it was just an amazing, like Coach said before, it was an amazing effort by everybody just to be able to have this season. We can't thank everybody enough for their support. Next, I want to thank my second to none coaching staff for their dedication and commitment to excellence this season. I want to thank my players, especially my seniors, for sticking by me. This is really a special group. And before I begin to talk about this season, I want to congratulate all the letter winners here this evening and their coaches on a tremendous season. Where do I start? What a year. A year ago, we were extremely inexperienced, but that meant we had laid the groundwork. Returning varsity experience at virtually every position. With a chip on our shoulder, we began meeting as a staff a couple times a month starting in December. Then the pandemic hit, so the staff went virtual, holding Zoom meetings every couple weeks during the lockdown. Then the summer workout practices with the players were shut down, so we took the players virtual. We just kept preaching that if there's a season, we better be ready, and we better have used the time that we had to our advantage. We did Monday through Thursday, 9 a.m. Zoom meetings with our players all summer. Bill and his boys and Kaz and I and the coaches filmed drill tapes for each position that the players could perform remotely with their family. Then we began phase 1, then phase 2, then the 2-week blackout period, then the regular start of practice. And then finally, we were able to go play a game. We beat Keyport in our opener on the road. Victor was late, but he was great with the breakout athlete of the week performance. He had 3 interceptions, 1 for a touchdown, and caught a score. Then game 2 was senior day versus Hillside, possibly one of the biggest upsets in school history. Jay Schmidt had a performance for the ages, returned the opening kickoff for a touchdown, blocked the field goal, led in tackles, and broke a tackle for a game-winning touchdown run. And everybody, the D-line, the secondary, young guys stepped in, and what a special day. Our next win was our yellow lace-up game to fight pediatric cancer, where we had a solid performance in all 3 phases versus Arthur L. Johnson. Riggy scored twice. Carm's plan and the kids' execution was a clinic in shutting down the option. Coach Tracy put in the Bauer special that week for his friend, and it was really a special afternoon. Our final win was on Halloween, where we beat Roselle for a share of the conference championship. Connor hit Victor for a 90-yard score, and Quinn had 2 huge defensive plays in our own end zone to seal a share of the division. This is the first championship in our program since 1989. We were 4-1 on a roll, and then, as everybody knows, the Halloween COVID breakout got us. We missed the next 3 games, went virtual again, and prayed that the seniors hadn't played their final game. Although the New Providence game on Thanksgiving didn't go as we wished, in hindsight, it was a big task. They were good, and after not having played a game for 25 days, no shoulda, coulda, wouldas. We have too many blessings to count. Our heads are high, and I want to recognize by name my senior offensive line and defensive linemen, Zach Glenn, Nick Ritchell, Luke Stallone, and Peter Iosa for their tremendous performances this season. And finally, I want to recognize running back Jason Schmidt for his outstanding career as a 3-year starting running back in our program. Jay finishes with 2,571 rushing yards and 36 total touchdowns. Congratulations to you and your fellow seniors on a tremendous career. And now on to our letter winners. First-year letter winner, Rocco DiTizio. Vincent Fabio. Tyler Guidetti. Stephen Manfreda. Liam Quigley. Teddy Scalora. John Schmidt. Rocco Minoni. Tristan Mikowitz. Tyler Prado. And now second-year letter winners, Roman Andre. Frank DeMuzio. Joe Riggy. Connor Tracy. Jake Woods. And seniors, James Carbone, Andrew Sirocco, Zachary Glenn, Peter Iosa, Matthew Quinn, Luke Stallone, and now our third-year letter winners, seniors Victor Chait, Jake Quant, Nicholas Ritchell, and Jason Schmidt, and our managers, second-year letter winners, Jaden Riggy and Kira Blake, and third-year letter winner, John Zecca, your 2020 Gillo football team.
Coach Guyton, thank you so much, and thank you for a wonderful season. Those fall afternoons on a Saturday watching football were truly some of the best times that I've had in a long time, so thank you.
Thanks.
And now it's my honor to introduce our boys' head coach. He is our most tenured staff member and has had an excellent past season, and we're honored to have him as part of our coaching staff. Coach Bruno Soma.
Good evening. I'd like to start tonight by thanking first Ann Clifton, our athletic director, Rob Nixon, our principal, Todd Hirsch, our athletic trainer, and the entire administrative team for supplying all the ingredients to run a successful program. I also like to thank my assistant coaches, Kevin Fontana, Emiliano Chiriano, and Andrew Elfridge. Everyone in the sports community is feeling the impact of COVID-19 virus. The virus cut our season short, and it had a devastating effect on our senior class. As a coach, I can't thank you enough times for all the hard work and dedication you put into the sport that we love. Take a moment and reflect on your accomplishments and be proud, seniors. You deserve it. This was going to be our season. Returning 9 starters from last year's team, the expectations were high. Unfortunately, our season was cut short immediately following an excellent game against Oratory Prep in the county tournament. This team has a lot to be proud of. They give up the least amount of goals in Union County. We gave up 3 goals in 8 games, and that was the lowest in the Union County tournament. What could have been? I guess we'll never know. But I can tell you one thing, that I'm extremely proud of this group. They worked extremely hard every day of practice. They're a real cohesive unit. I have a lot of respect for them, and I'm just as I'm searching for a word here. I just feel sorry for these kids who weren't able to compete throughout the season, because I really felt that we had a great shot at doing something this year. But I guess we'll have to accept that and move on. Hopefully, it's all going to work out for these kids. It was a pleasure and a privilege to have coached these kids. And now your letter winners. First year letter winners, sophomore Colin Goldback, Colin Kessler, Luca Napoli, Alexander Yablanovsky. Junior, Kyle Crava. Seniors, Cody Brown, Gavin Malave, Ryan Nicholas, Zach Ortiz, Jack Pires. Second year letter winners, juniors, Kevin Rodriguez, Jamil Sainz. Seniors, Joseph Bonetti, Matt Chin, Jack Ranelli, and Joseph Naldi. Juniors, Christian Montez, Alex Pitt. Third year letter winners, senior, Rafe Barnum. Fourth year letter winners, seniors, Alessio Marisi, Fabrizio Marisi, and Ethan Proper. I just want to mention that 2 of our players were named one was named to the first team All Union County, and that's Ethan Proper. And second team All Union County was Christian Montez. And later on, we're going to find out if these guys will be on the All-State team. Last year, Ethan Proper was a first team All-State player, was also a first team All Union County player and first team All Conference player. So we're waiting for that, and that'll come out later on. This is the 2020 letter winners. Thank you.
Coach Soma, thank you so much. And I agree. What a great season it was for your team. And it was a pleasure to watch.
Thank you.
Now it is my honor to introduce Coach Mike Roof. The true sign of a great coach is a coach that gets their team better game after game after game. And Coach Roof was able to take from our first and only scrimmage to our last game. They were thriving, our girls soccer program. So it's my honor to introduce Coach Mike Roof and the girls soccer team. I think you just have to unmute, Mike. There you go.
There's a screen. All right.
All right.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for being a part of this evening. I want to start off by saying congratulations to all the fall athletes for seeing through this season and doing what they had to do to endure a final fall season in their athletic careers here at GL. It was not easy on everyone involved, but I feel for these athletes and what they had to go through and the things that they missed out on. Continuing, I'd like to thank the administration and the Board of Education for their continued support of the athletic teams here at Governor Livingston. It means a great deal to have you rooting us on in person and backing our programs. I'd like to thank our athletic director, Ann Clifton, who took on an enormous responsibility running all of the sports programs through this season's interruptions and hardships while doing it masterfully. I'd also like to thank Todd Hirsch, our athletic trainer, who did an incredible job advising and safeguarding all of our athletes during this tumultuous season. Lastly, I'd like to thank my coaching staff, my varsity assistant, Jenna Stickled, JV coach, Steve Lesnowich, and freshman coach, Grace O'Brien, who I love working with. I hold these people dear to my heart, and I love being a part of this supportive, encouraging group that I have with me. Without the contributions of everyone involved, it is hard to imagine having such successful programs here at Governor Livingston. This year's roller coaster season saw the GL varsity girls soccer team produce an overall record of 5-4, which for us can be seen as a positive despite the events that transpired all around us. The move up to the Watchung division, which is the toughest division in our conference, had mixed results. We started off slowly, losing our first 2 matches before winning our next 3. 2 of those 3 happened to be against top 20 ranked opponents. 2 more less than expected losses were followed by 2 more wins that eventually wrapped up our season. One of those was an overwhelming 9-1 result versus ALJ in the county tournament before wrapping up our season with a 6-1 win over local opponent New Providence. It's always great to win titles, and that was certainly our motivation going into this season. But as we all know, our task was going to be that much harder this year with all the potential hurdles in the way. Ultimately, not being able to move forward in the county tournament was disappointing. But not being able to compete in the state tournament, where we have had so much recent success the last couple of years, was gutting and a tough pill to swallow. I think most of the girls took this news better than I did in reality, and that's a testament to their maturity and ability to cope with decisions that go against them sometimes. This is an amazing group of young ladies. Wrapping up, I'd just like to add that I feel very fortunate to have had the opportunity to lead this outstanding group of young ladies. Even more so this year with everything that this season entailed and what we all had to go through. It's unprecedented and quite remarkable. I'm both honored and proud to be able to coach at the school that groomed me to become a competitive athlete. I look forward to seeing what lies ahead in the coming years with such talented ladies currently in the program and the ones that will arrive in the years to come. Thank you, everyone, and be safe and be well. And now your 2020 Varsity Girls Soccer letter winners. First year letter winners, Darcy Monahan, Brianna Mendez, and Maddie Santori. Second year letter winners, Giovanna Ciolino, Caroline Freer, Lauren McCauley, Ava Reinl, Jillian Shacatano, and Lauren Paprocki. Third year letter winners, Gianna Chichamara, Victoria Lama, Allison Post, Sophie Crescitello, Kelly Donfield, Julia Raimondi, and Brooke Schwartz. And last, our 4-year letter winners, Kelsey DeSasso, Samantha Erickson, Jacqueline Penna, and Kaylee Vreeland. Those are your 2020 Varsity Girls Soccer letter winners. Thank you, everybody.
Thanks, Coach Ruth. Greatly appreciate it. And now on to our field hockey coach. And I want to thank her. I enjoyed some of the best goal celebrations from your team this year. So on to the girls field hockey team and Coach Gina DeLaura.
Hi, everyone. Tonight is about congratulating our field hockey team and all of our athletes on their 2020 seasons. I want to begin by thanking all of the parents and families. This season, you had to trust us with your daughters more than ever before, and I was so glad to see that each one of our field hockey families decided to return to play. It wasn't easy, but your support makes all the difference. We couldn't do it without you. Our team would also like to thank the Board of Education, the administration, and specifically Ms. Clifton, who undoubtedly worked harder than ever before to get our seasons up and running. I would also personally like to thank all of the other fall coaches and Todd Hirsch for being flexible, easy and fun to work with, and for checking in on and supporting myself and the field hockey team. I also need to thank my assistant coaches, Christy Detour and Jackie Wells. Coach Detour and Coach Wells are hardworking, knowledgeable, fun, supportive, and willing to do anything for the team. I know that we were all disappointed when we learned we wouldn't be able to play a full schedule this year, but that disappointment shifted to excitement when we finally made it back to the practice field and eventually started our games. Before this year, I wouldn't have been able to imagine a time when the girls were excited about conditioning. We played 8 games this season and finished with a record of 3-5. We were continuing to improve as our season moved forward. Our team came to practice ready to work hard and motivated to win. This team did not give up. They were grateful for the opportunity to compete, aggressive and relentless, and not afraid to make mistakes. They had all of the best qualities of a team. One of the most difficult things about our shortened season is having to say goodbye to this group of seniors while feeling like we haven't had enough time together. We had far too few opportunities to play our favorite practice game this year, World Cup. Even though we had to forgo some of our most fun traditions, we were able to rely on the seniors to bring the fun with them each day. Emma was our offensive powerhouse. Mia was our quick starter. Abby was our surprise yeller and motivator. Hannah was our speedy wing. Erin was our reliable and smiley defender. Caitlin was our poised and ready forward. And Madison was our MVP with her magical stick skills. Our seniors will be sorely missed this season, next season. At this time, I'd like to introduce the varsity team. First year letter winners, sophomore Erica Labella, juniors Jackie Filiacci, Kerry Riley, and Sasha Ritchev, and senior Caitlin Dougherty. Second year letter winners, juniors Julia Byrne, Emily Merriman, Becky Stein, Holiday Woodard, and Julia Zazovsky. Seniors Erin Dindal and Hannah Knorr. And third year letter winners, seniors Mia McGuire, Abby McLaughlin, Emma Priori, and Madison Young.
Thanks, Coach. Really greatly appreciate it. And now it's my honor to introduce our head boys and girls cross-country coach. Before I go through this, I do want to let you know what a challenge it is to try to train a team in a very limited space that has to run long distances for their choice events. So, Coach, I really want to thank you for your outside-of-the-box thinking and training our team for an excellent season this year. So it's my honor to introduce Coach Chris Coughlin and our girls and boys cross-country teams.
Thank you, and I appreciate that. I want to thank you. I want to thank the parents. I want to thank the administration, the Booster Club, Ashley Reedy, Todd Hirsch, and the rest for getting us through this tough season. I also want to thank my great coaching staff, Lisa Dybar, Steve Seabelts, and Brianna Palumbo, who really made this team what it is with their inspiration and their knowledge. Being with the team probably was the best part of the school year so far. It provided us with a sense of normalcy in a time of uncertainty, constant change, and stress. Seniors Carolyn Mondelli, Matt Saya, They emerged as team leaders and guided their squads to medal-earning performances in the conference championships. Exciting and inspiring races by athletes Chris Marinko, Aiden Lindy, Katie Wang amounted to new personal bests this season. We had new recruits, Sam Richter, Bella Toth, Molly Burke, Pat McGrath, Lev Villanueva. They breathed new life into our team, and we look forward to their future contributions. Solid performances by Joe Frank, Connolly Jacqua, and Olivia Was. They rounded out their varsity team squads. It was very inspiring to see a motivated team full of grit, even with the adversity they faced. The athletes and our community should be very proud of their accomplishments. The letter winners. Boys cross-country letter winners for 2020. First-year letter winners, freshman Lev Villanueva and Patrick McGrath. Patrick McGrath was honorable mention all-conference. Their junior, Bryce Facey. Seniors, Liam Curran, Ben Faxon, David Forrester, and Jason Liu. Second-year letter winners, sophomores Joseph Frank and Aiden Lindy. Aiden was also honorable mention all-conference. Third-year letter winners, Chris Marinko. He was first team all-conference. And senior Matt Saya was honorable mention all-conference. That was a boys cross-country team. Now the girls. First-year letter winner, freshman Samantha Richter. She was third team all-county and first team all-conference. Sophomore Molly Burke. She was first team all-conference. Junior Isabella Toth and senior Olivia Was. Second-year letter winners, sophomore Connolly Jacqua and junior Katie Wang. Katie was also honorable mention all-conference. And a fourth-year letter winner and an amazing leader on the team, Carolyn Mandelli. Third team all-county, first team all-conference. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Coach. Greatly appreciate it. It's my honor now to introduce our head cheerleading coach. She was tasked with putting together a halftime performance under the safety protocols that was just spectacular. And our cheerleaders showed up for every home game and our one away game at New Providence. So thank you, Emily, for pulling everything together. And now on to our cheerleading team and Coach Emily Stecker.
Hey, everyone. So it was short and sweet, but I think we all made a really, really good point of this season being very intentional. Everything we did was with a purpose. We didn't have any fluffy stuff. We refined a lot of different things and skills. And even though, we didn't necessarily get to perform the skills that the girls may have wanted to, I think they learned more about what it means to be real crowd leaders this season. They really had to pump up the spirit and keep the crowd engaged in different ways. They were ground level, so it wasn't like, oh, let me throw a big stunt and then we'll get everybody's attention. It was like, we really got to shake the palms and get them up in the air and jump around. And we even had the band come over, which was amazing. The drum line came over, and that was just the best moment I think I've ever had as a coach, was to see the interaction with the drummers and the cheerleaders and how excited everybody got, and the crowd was enjoying it, and it was just a really great time. So I'm sure short and sweet is something that everybody can really identify with this season. No one expected it to look the way that it did, but like I said, I think everyone wore it with pride, and I thank all of you, like as fellow coaches, athletic director, and Clifton, and Ashley Reedy and Todd, and literally everyone, because I think everybody really had to pull it together. And I heard a quote today, and it was a rising tide. A rising tide raises all ships, and I think that's what happened. We all just came up and did what we had to do and made our point. So the girls really didn't have to dazzle with anything but their spirit. So that was really nice to see, and our expectations were beyond exceeded. And coaches and I all agree. Coaches Alicia and Brianna are my right and left hand. They're awesome. We know that big things are ahead for the GL Cheer family if they continue to tackle future seasons with the professionalism and determination that they did with this one, because it really took a lot to keep their attitudes and spirits up so that they could keep your attitudes and spirits up. So we appreciated that of them, and we told them every practice that we know that they're really here for a reason. Like, they love to cheer because they couldn't do all the crazy stuff they wanted. So that was kind of heartwarming as a coach. So the dynamic, I think, really trickled down from the seniors because they were just so into it. Like, they really were like, Coach, we want to practice. Coach, we want to go to this game. We want to fight to go to that game. We want to do this. I'm like, all right, let's make it happen. So it was really inspiring to see their growth. And this is our first freshman class that we have seen through, or first class that we've seen through from freshman to senior year. So it was really cool to see how much they've all improved personally and with each other, and how much they've grown as a team. And even though they might not be friends necessarily outside of cheerleading, they really find a way to bond when they're there, and it just creates a lot of good vibes, which is great. Especially cheerleading can get a little tense sometimes with all the stunts and everything, so it was nice to have. And I really want my seniors to know how much we appreciate them, and that we can't wait to see what you guys go on to accomplish, because cheerleading might not be forever, but your good attitude will be. So we thank you. And oh my gosh, our team parents, Natalie Tango, Nicole Barca, and Linda Haynes, and really every parent stepped up this season. So I can't even specify anyone, but just everybody was great. So with all of that, I hope you guys all enjoyed the season as much as us coaches did. And we want to present your letter winners to you. So our first year letter winners, we have 2 freshmen, Sophia Feinberg and Victoria Fontes. We have sophomores, Natalie Alleluia, Aaron Blake, Helena Canizaro, Mia Del Duca, Riley Dahl, Hannah Sconamilio, Sarah Teitelbaum, and Maddie Teska. You guys all really stepped up as first years, and even, we have juniors too. Okay, we have junior, we have Nina DeLuca, Olivia Gorney, and Lacey Harris. And we have 1 senior, Sophie Rittenhouse. You guys really did all step up. It was amazing to see you come up to the varsity level and just kill it. So second year letter winners now, we have junior Malika Chandrakar. We have 2 seniors, Sophia Barca and Victoria Jonak. You guys also killed it. Third year letter winners, we've got a lot of these. Juniors, Reagan Hopek and Emily Skinner. We have seniors, Isabella Antonelli, Naomi Brogdon, Brianna Kagan, Emily Haynes, Allison Knapp, Wendy Lanza, and Jordan Tango. Our 3 senior captains were Naomi Brogdon, Allison Knapp, and Jordan Tango. Thank you guys for all your hard work this season, making the halftime routine and everything. And then the 4th year letter winner is Kayaja Akeo. So that is our 2020 Varsity Highlander cheerleaders. You guys were amazing. Thank you so much for a very memorable season.
Thanks, Coach Decker. I really appreciate it. Now, I'd like to present our girls tennis team. I quietly over on at the Columbia tennis courts, our tennis team put together an absolutely amazing season. They had a 10-1 season. I know Coach is going to talk about it, but it would be remiss if I didn't say how proud I was of these young ladies. So, Coach Pacheco, I'd like to present our girls tennis team.
All right, thank you. Good evening, administration, our athletic director, Miss Ann Clifton, coaches, players, parents, and guests. We are happy to gather virtually tonight to commemorate the achievements of our players. We are here to honor our athletes, especially our seniors who have gone through the most. For the girls' tennis team, 9 seniors are graduating, 5 of them starters on the team, plus 4 as reserves. The quality of our team this season went beyond our expectations. They all made us very proud. As a team, the girls were 10-1, going undefeated in the division, and making the quarterfinals in both county and state tournaments. Starting with the leadership of senior co-captains, Gretchen Probst and Kelly Mcrae. They definitely were the captains with the leadership they displayed. Right from the start of practice, they led the team in warm-ups and set the standard by their example on and off the court. At first singles, Gretchen was 8-3 and improved immeasurably, culminating with a big win at the county tournament over New Providence. She was just named Highlander Athlete of the Week. Check out the article on Tap Into Sports. At second singles, sophomore Rihanna Farquet, a rising star, was also 8-3, and we look forward to her improvement at the varsity level moving forward. Another senior, Sarah Gillo, posted a 9-2 record. It was during the fourth match of the season where I thought we have something special here. Against Cranford, our chief rival this season, we were playing away and down almost on every court, 5-0 after about 20 minutes. I said to myself, uh-oh, this is going to be really tough. But I was pleasantly surprised when the girls started to fight back. In matches we were down 2-0, Gretchen fought back to win in 3 sets. Second doubles won as well to make it 2-2. Sarah in her match was down a set and a break in the second set. It's kind of like in baseball being down 5-0 in the 9th inning. But with her steely resolve and determination, she forced the second set tiebreaker, won it, and then ran away with the third set. It was after this I thought we could have a really good season here. At first doubles, Kelly Mcrae partnered with Catherine Zhao and were a formidable tandem, posting a 8-3 record. Kelly had an excellent career and always a positive attitude. She made a great partnership with Catherine, who always gave it her all. At second doubles, seniors Emilia Heinz and Francesca Rocco were really impressive, going undefeated in the regular season. Emilia always had a can-do attitude and helped the team to victory. Fran, a solid player, always kept the team loose with her wit and banter. Our reserves, Charlotte Kaltenbach, Ritika Sinha Chudhuri, Deanna DeFranzo, and Iris Liu also contributed on the court for us as well. My assistant, Joseph Reel, to whom I am grateful for, made the practices possible by getting there early, screening the girls, and getting them started with drills. He also had to handle a large group as we had a record number of girls participate, so it definitely took a lot of work to achieve this. A special thanks to Miss Ann Clifton for all the hard work she has done for the program. A lot of behind-the-scenes work that has been appreciated by us for putting this together. Her assistant, Miss Ashley Reedy, for helping us get organized with all that we needed to do. Thanks to Mr. Todd Hirsch for all of the preseason screening that needed to be done in order for the girls to be eligible to participate this season. Thanks to Mr. Michael Scar for helping with this virtual presentation and all the challenges that it presents. Thanks to our tennis moms, Mrs. Probst and Mrs. Mcrae, who over the past 2 years helped out our team with pictures, the county tournament, supplying us with things that we needed, organizing, and supporting our team. We want to wish everybody the best of luck in all of your future endeavors. We will miss all of you. Without further ado, here are your varsity letter winners. First year letter winners, seniors Deanna DeFranzo, Iris Liu, and Ritika Sinha Chudhuri. Second year letter winners, sophomores Rihanna Farquet, Catherine Zhao, and seniors Sarah Gillo, Charlotte Kaltenbach, and Francesca Rocco. Third year letter winners, seniors Emilia Heinz and Kelly Mcrae. And fourth year letter winners, senior Gretchen Probst. Thank you.
Thanks, Coach. I greatly appreciate it. I just want to add a few thank yous too. Putting something together like this is a challenge, and having I think one of our best athletic trainers around as a person I could call at any given time was such a great, amazing resource. So I really want to extend a huge thank you to Mr. Todd Hirsch. He is our resident expert in health and guided us through this entire process. I'd also like to thank the Highlander Booster Club for all your efforts in supporting our athletic teams. I want to especially thank my secretary, Ashley Reedy, for help in facilitating the program this evening and all of your efforts. You could probably see she was able to collect, in case there were any technical issues, we had all of our coaches' speeches and their letter winners all embedded in the presentation just in case. So thank you, Ashley. You're a wonderful asset to the athletic program. In closing this evening, I want to wish our graduating seniors the best of luck in all their future endeavors, and our returning students the passion and desire to work on their off season to be the difference makers for your teams next year. Thank you so much. I wish you all a lot of health, and I look forward to seeing everyone in person and cheering on the Highlanders in the future. Thank you so much, and have a wonderful evening.